Welcome back, everybody. It is Thursday, so of course it is time for Talking Kids with Dr. Caitlynn. Dr. Caitlynn Iddings, the Lexington pediatrician, is with us this morning. Good to see you, Doc, as always.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, today we're talking about feeding and nutrition tips in toddlers.
Yes.
The impossible task
The impossible
of trying to
task.
get these little monsters to eat nutritional valued food.
And he
right.
says monsters with love, of
With
course.
love, yeah.
But other than chicken nuggets, what do they want?
Yeah.
What do these people want, Doc?
Yeah, and so that's a very common question for parents when they come in. You know, you pretty much triple your birth weight between, birth and a year. And then after
I
that,
actually did it last year.
and then after that, you sort of hit this plateau. So you don't do a ton of growing between age 2 and 3. And so parents start to freak out. They're like, they used to be such a good eater. They would eat all the things. And now they sit down and they take 2 bites and then they're like, I'm done. And it's like, you aren't done. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
what?
way you're done. But when you look at the actual nutritional intake that a 2-year-old needs, they may actually be done.
Right.
And so we always encourage, like, you don't have to force your kids to eat. We actually discourage that because you are already starting to develop, their relationship with food even from that young of an age. And we never want to say, oh, this is a bad food versus this is a good food, or, you have to eat that, because as an adult, if you're like, I don't like peas, if I gave you a plate of peas, you would pass on them, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
So it's giving them choices is a big part of it, right?
Okay.
So not like making them their own specific meal and separate from everyone else, but saying these are the healthy food choices we have today. Oh, you want to eat your peas and carrots today? That's great. Peas and carrots are good. They're green foods. They give us vitamins and minerals, right? And then, but we also probably need to take a couple bites of our meat because that's our protein and that's going to give us energy. Oh, and you want a cookie? Okay, let's have a cookie. That gives us glucose. That gives us energy too for, short-term energy.
Too much energy sometimes.
Yeah. So always making sure it's about variety, making sure you're giving choices where you can. Like I said, you don't have to tailor to them and, oh, we're eating spaghetti and meatballs and salad and I'm gonna make you chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese because that's the only thing you'll eat. Most kids aren't gonna starve themselves, right?
That's the theory I have, and again, not being a parent, but looking at it from the 30,000-foot view, if they don't want to eat, fine, don't eat.
Right.
When they do want to eat, if you just have healthy options available, they'll eat those.
Yes, and so the other option too is, or the thing that you need to keep in mind is some kids, when they're toddlers, they'll sit down and they'll eat like a huge meal and they're like, oh, you just ate like 5 pancakes. How did you eat that much? That was more than everyone else. And then the next meal they might only want a bite or 2. And you have to just kind of remind yourself they are more grazers. They're very busy. They want to do this and that. And so having another option is just having healthy foods available for them to sort of do drive-bys. We do encourage you to sit down and have meals and kind of structure that because that's just good to sit as a family.
But that's
and
more
be a good
socialization
example.
than nutrition, though.
Yeah, right. And so, but just saying, oh, you're hungry now? Okay, well, here's some, watermelon. Let's sit down and eat some watermelon real quick. Okay, and go back and play. So they will get the nutrition in that they need. The average 2-3-year-old only needs about 1,300 calories in a day. They say like an ounce of meat per meal. I mean, think about an ounce. That's not much,
Yeah, that's
right?
not much,
like
yeah.
But for a
3
little
teaspoons
person,
of, or 3 tablespoons of a vegetable or a fruit. Like, that's 3 spoons, right? So, I mean, this is a teaspoon. I always say use like age-appropriate utensils and plates too, because if you give them this huge big plate and this big spoon, they're gonna have a hard time eating it. So making sure that you're like looking at portion sizes, like this is something we would use for my kid where, okay, well, this would be the vegetable and this would be some bread and we'd have like, the main part of the meal here and not overloading it. And then if they want more and they say they want more, yeah, give them more,
Okay.
As far as silverware, Haley finally took my garden spade away from me. 'Cause that's what I was
this
using.
isn't
So you
working.
couldn't rake it
Just
in anymore.
shoveling it
This
in
isn't
like
working,
that,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, some good advice there for sure to get those kiddos to eat because you want them to grow healthy and strong.
Yeah.
Good to
Thanks,
see you
Doc.
this morning. Thank you so much.